Paul Jr. was diagnosed on his second birthday. It was a very, very hard moment for my husband and I. The final diagnosis came very strong, and it was hard. It was hard to swallow. Looking at our beautiful son who had lost so much and trying to grasp what he would need going forward was not an easy task. So in starting that, Paul was on the wait list for approximately 3 years before he was picked up.
Zebra, broom, sandbox.
CHEO was gracious to work with the school. The school was working with CHEO, and we have therapy now within school.
Got it. Good boy. Match the sandbox with the sandbox.
Paul started communicating with picture exchange communication system, which has decreased the behavior significantly in our house and given him a voice and an opportunity not to feel frustrated and that nobody's understanding him. He can go right to his binder, he can flip through, ask for what he wants, ask for what he's looking for. I haven't had any bruises, any scratches, any biting. My nose hasn't been broken in about a year now. He's very, very understanding what's asked of him. When we're starting to advance with this program, to hear that there's a possibility that that could be plucked from him, I can't even begin. It cannot happen. It just can't.
Driving a for-fee service isn't the answer, and it was really implementing this one-size-fits-all approach to autism services, which is wrong, because we need a needs-based program. We need a program that works with the families and the children with where they're at, evidence-based and needs-based. This new funding model was just, it was scary. $140,000 a life for a lifetime is not enough.
There's no limit on what you can get a year to treat things like arthritis, heart problems, high blood pressure. There's no restrictions on anything. I believe that the CHEO model, Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, that model of care, to me, should be the model of care that's everywhere. Services for any child with any developmental disability to be treated in the healthcare system, so that there are no limits on what you can access for service, so that you can access those services whether you need them for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
This is going to drain the economy later on. Because of his frustration and doesn't know how to manage that, he could be in a psychiatric ward and inpatient, and that will cost the government significantly. If we have been told since the moment that my son was diagnosed that early intervention is the key, why are we going back on that now?
And I think the government's making a huge miscalculation here. You're messing with people's kids, and they're not going to forget, and they're not going to give it up, and they're not going to stop fighting.
I love him so very much. I will continue to fight for him, and I hope that I'm able to show him that he can use his voice later if he's able to find his voice with therapy. I think that he'll be just like me, a compassionate advocate who is sympathetic, who is understanding, and who's going to tackle this head on. And I look forward to seeing what he's going to do in life because of it.